Alright everyone, I think I got it recording now. This is Everton again. I'm going to be playing Democracy 4 once more, playing off of the last save game that I have as the United States. If you remember last time, we had a couple issues. We made a lot of new policy, things have been getting better. The deficit tanked, as you can see there, $55.45 billion surplus, but we aren't that popular right now, and our cabinet ministers aren't exactly having the best time in the world. So, I'll get to work. Let's see here. No major issues. So yeah, popularity is pretty low. I don't know why. I think it came from a decision maybe, but I couldn't tell. Okay, so what to do first? Well, we have 8 political power, and it seems that a couple of our ministers aren't very happy with us. So, the one for public services, transport, the economy, maybe the one for foreign policy too. If we look at their loyalties, you can see that they aren't very happy with us for things that we've done. So we'll see what we can do to help alleviate that, but with only 8 political power, we may have a bit of trouble doing that. So, I want to get something that helps the self-employed out, but I also want to help the environment too. I'm thinking that this business startup campaign looks pretty nice, but if there's anything else, trade council, I figure this would help, but I guess it just doesn't factor it in. So, 2 political power, not that much money, and it seems to help out a lot. So let's just put that in. And that seems to be a big boost. So let's click that up. What next? So we have 6 political power now. We could go back through normal policy, I guess, but I don't know exactly what I would want to put in from that type of policy. That's a big issue happening right now. I wish there was like something that would list, like, maybe like a bar over here or something that would say like major issues that need to be addressed or something. Because like this stuff happens, but you can't really see it happen either. So our donors are leaving us. People don't think I'm very strong. They don't think I'm very compassionate either. Which is understandable. I did take a lot of the policies out. But it seems like we have a pretty good surplus right now, because we cut state pensions and the child benefit. But what can we do to kind of help boost up our taxes? We could consider cutting taxes. I'm sure that would make us a lot more popular. Plus, we have $55 billion worth of excess, so like, if we just drop that to a flat 40%, we'll go back into a deficit, I think, but it's probably going to be a good decision overall. 4 political power. Okay. So we have a few more things we can do here. These all look pretty nice. They're pretty low political power too. This would take all of it. Yeah, this looks like a nice policy. Just a campaign in popular media doesn't make people feel guilty about littering. Well, I don't like that exact tactic, but I mean, cleaning up and not littering is pretty good, so I guess we'll put our stuff into that. What else? We want to be making more money, and we also want to be spending the money that we have pretty effectively. Recycling stuff, probably good for the environment. Youth Politics Council. In a democracy, it's of utmost importance to teach our kids how politics work and what can be achieved through it. By establishing youth politics councils, youths can get a first-hand experience in the local and regional level. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, I remember I went to Keystone Boy State, which is like this kind of... It's basically the same thing. We were supposed to be like the Senate in our own right. It was a lot of fun, and then we got to see some really cool people toward the end of it. But, yeah, I think that's a good policy. I don't know why it's not already listed, but maybe it's just a Pennsylvania thing. Whatever. I don't think anything's really going to pull back the youth, but they don't seem too mad at us. Well, with that, we've lost all of our political powers, so I guess we move on to the next turn. Alright. Tinderbox. High winds down power lines, which was the cause of the worst wildfires on records. With storms that forecast, power plants have turned planned outages to prevent another inferno. Well, yeah, that makes like I get the idea that they plan outages, but like, shouldn't they plan outages? When it's actually happening, because this wouldn't happen if they just did their job. News headlines: nationally recognized physicist Alexandra Ward, age 35, talks to us tonight about the shame she faces. Oh, state of science on the unspared Stone Age here. Well, I don't know if we're in the Stone Age. Our country is a global joke. Wait a second. Dude, science funding isn't this low. Like, that's a lot of spending. But I think it's worth it. The problem is we'll be down to 4 political power, and we just cut spending to, you know, to get taxes down. But I think this is a good move, because moving it only a little bit probably won't help that much. So just cranking it up to the max and figuring out how to make the money back, I think is a better play. So 22%, yeah, we're going way down. I don't know why, because it seems like everything we've been doing has been pretty good, but I don't know why. Huh. Well, our surplus is down to just 1 billion, and after we did that to science funding, it's gonna drop like a rock. I wish that I could tell what was going. So, okay, let's look at this. Uncompetitive economy. This is making people mad at us, it's hurting the GDP. Trained unionists and motorists are the only people that are mad about this. Environmentalists are not mad about this for some reason, but okay. It just means that there's more of them, which I don't particularly mind. This is bad. I don't know how to fix it quite yet. This is going to stop next turn, because it just went below the stop trigger. How about this? Yeah, same there. So alcohol abuse and antisocial behavior should be down. Gridlock, okay. What is that, like, who does that affect? So both the people that actually go to work in the GDP. So that's something we'll have to fix soon. Huh. Well, I guess we should probably address the uncompetitive economy first, because this is like, an issue. Corporation tax, payroll tax, minimum wage. Well, like, if we're having issues with this, I think that like we should probably put up some type of restriction on trading, or like, I wish there was like a way to sign trade deals, but that'd probably be way too complex. So that looks like what we want. Yeah, so having cheap imports from like places like China and stuff really hurts the economy of the US. But we only have 4 political power, and we need to address some of these issues. I guess we'll just get to work on we'll get to work on dealing with the car issues. So we'll do this because that'll drive down car usage, and we'll also do this to help further drive down car usage, so we can hopefully get that gridlock under control. But with that, we're out of political power again, so we have to go to the next turn. Wow. So prison overcrowding's done, antisocial behavior's done, alcohol abuse is done. One of these managers just want to talk to me. So I have to make middle income earners and self-employed people happy. But yeah, I mean, so far things are going good. Crime's down, health is up, GDP is up, unemployment's down. Appoint a UN ambassador. Tanya Robinson is a well-known patriot, fight tooth and claw. She's seen as a popular choice. Much will be made whether or not we appoint a hardliner or someone that will be more able to compromise. True internationalist. I don't know though, because like we have a lot of problems over here. I think that we need someone that will stick up for us rather than someone that will just compromise on everything. Because like we talk with a lot of people as the U.S. So if we just compromise on everything, we'll end up getting the worst of all worlds and not anything good for ourselves. But if we have someone that sticks up for us, like that'll probably help us way better in the long run. So yeah, they don't like that. They don't like that. Patriots like it, but I mean, shouldn't there be something else that like comes that's good from this? Because it's not just like patriotism. It's also like you have better trade deals. The foreign relations might not be good, but like you're still doing your work. The loyalty of my ministers can be described as disloyal. Their effectiveness is adequate. Concerned a terror group as Avengers of Mother Earth. It's pretty lame, but okay. What are they mad about? Probably the environment, but we've been trying to work to fix that. So I guess we'll try and do some more work for that. I really want to get the deficit back down. We have so much to do, though. Let's do some smaller stuff, like, this doesn't seem bad. Just a lot of political power, unfortunately. I have to look it over. Small business grants 10 political power, plus a lot of money, too. But I really want more self-employed people. Technology grants. Why are these so politically expensive? I don't understand. Healthy eating campaign. Electric car initiative. Let's see here. Bicycle subsidies, congestion charging. In many large cities, the number of too many cars driving through cities. That doesn't seem like a good idea at all. That just sounds like a lot of. It sounds like it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse if I actually implemented something like that. Encourage people to switch from car to bike. I mean, yeah, it'd be really nice if people could bike around, but the problem is that, like, some places you just can't bike to as a commuter. I mean, we could drive it up and we could increase bus subsidies, but, like, that would be all of our political power for the turn. Maybe we'll just do this, a cycling campaign, and we'll get cycling subsidies so that the people in cities can, will have an easier time transporting themselves. And they won't be using up buses on, like, main roads. Healthy eating, reforestation. Man, so much to do. We heard our foreign relations. Having a diplomatic service would be pretty nice, but it's a lot of money. Like, not money, sorry, political capital. The money is actually pretty low. So, alright, well, I think reforestation is something we'll have to do. Wait, that's so politically expensive, though. Alright, well, we'll do reforestation, and we'll just accept the fact that we're on one political power. Hopefully this will make the environmentalists happier. And hey, look, it'll actually help with that respiratory disease issue that we had. How's that going, by the way? It's going down. Hopefully this will just send it through the floor. But we are in a deficit now. We really need to fix that. Alright, yeah, things are still going in the right direction, though. GDP is up, health is up, unemployment down, crime down. Extradite terrorist suspect. A Middle East country which we have no formal extradition treaty has requested that we extradite an immigrant living here to face charges of terrorism. They accuse him of being responsible for car bombings in their capital city, but the only evidence that they have of this is the confessions of other terror suspects, which may have been made under duress. Huh. Well, I mean, you kinda have to believe that sometimes, and other times you don't. But if this guy's responsible for car bombings, like, we probably should extradite him. I mean, it'd be nice if we could set up a full extradition treaty off of this, but like I just wish it would say like, hey, we'll extradite him and we'll set up a full extradition treaty. That way we'll go about it. We should send this terrorist back to their home country. There may be some minor concerns with the justice system. We're fighting terrorists. We'd be outraged at any refusal to send terrorists to face trial. Yeah, that's true. Like, I would be mad. Well, I mean, the United States in general was mad about people not being sent back to face trial about crimes they committed in our country. So, like, yeah. If we extradite this man, there'll be a chest. I mean, I really don't care, though. Like, if it said death penalty, okay, maybe the whole right to a free trial thing, but, like, I still think that he needs to go off to the place where he committed these crimes, even if the evidence is a bit dubious. So we'll extradite him. Alright. Global economy is doing okay. I bet it's on a down curve right now, because it was like booming a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so it's like kinda middling right now. Our deficit actually dropped somehow. How did that happen? It was like 29 billion earlier. Wish you could just see one of these things, that way I could look at the numbers, but since they're all overlapping, I can't. How are these payroll taxes? Okay. Well, we have 13 political power now, but more and more of our ministers aren't happy with us. We might just want to consider replacing them, honestly. I don't know, we're halfway through our term right now, I think. So, like, yeah, 8 more turns. And each turn's 3 months. So that's, what, 2 more years? Yeah, we're 2 years in. Popularity's... it's not having the best of times, but ever since these issues came off, we're having a better time of it. Let's see if we can fix this. Maybe we could wait for that stuff to actually have its proper effect. Let's see here. Oh, well, that only takes 1 turn to implement, so it's already having, like, its main effect. This is 2 turns, but I don't think it's going to change too much. Hybrid cars. That doesn't really help the fact that we just have too many cars, though, does it? Car emission limits, that doesn't really help it, though. Bus lanes, it's very politically expensive. A lot of this stuff's really politically expensive. Like, the lowest one's like 2 or 9 right now. And that would only leave us with 4 political power. How's that doing, by the way? So we get 12 capital per turn. Our maximum is only 24, though. So we don't really get a lot. I feel like if we can address some, like, we already got a lot of these law and order issues done. And this is steadily going down, I think, because reforestation's about to kick in. Maybe if we just put some more capping on tobacco, but... Alright, what's this? Hospital overcrowding. There simply aren't enough hospital places to go around, especially bad amongst the poor. Can't afford private health care. People waiting in queue for a vital operation are naturally not inclined to vote for your government again. That's been an issue for a while, but okay. So how can we fix that? Cause like I've been to enough hospitals to know that like the state health service is pretty bad. Like, let's see here. Yeah, it's not that great. We could like, you see it here, like the health goes up a little, but it's already costing like $13 billion. So like, if I push it up, it's like that's 98 billion. And sure, it helps with the hospital overcrowding, but private healthcare goes down, so it's really a net loss because we're losing more, like, actual private hospitals to the fact that people won't use them. So if we could, like, what happens if I put here? Wait, hold on a second. What? Like, let's go back. So it's 13 billion. Lowering it at all is 8 political power. I feel like if we just canceled the policy, that'd probably be better. Minimum free health. I mean, emergency rooms are nice. Maybe if we game out grants for emergency rooms at private health services, that'd be nice. Like, instead of building full-blown hospitals that are basically just emergency rooms that are controlled by the government because you're only doing it for life-threatening operations, why not have wards that you mandate, or not really mandate, but more like you put a grant out for a ward on a hospital, like they have to create a ward and it'll be funded by the government. That way you'll be helping the hospitals stay up above the water, like they won't be drowning. And you also have emergency rooms, but you won't have a massive bureaucratic structure too. I wish that was a policy, but I guess that's a real world solution that might not even work. Whatever. Still, most of our red bubbles are in this side of the map here. So we're trying to look about how to create a competitive economy. I think we should go with this. I think that import tariffs are necessary for keeping our economy competitive. So foreign relations aren't that good. International trade goes down. That makes sense, but like, it's useful because it helps to shield people. And I mean, like, I remember people get mad about us having these tariffs, but like, most other countries have tariffs. The whole point of trade deals is to work around tariffs, but if you don't have the wall up to begin with, there's no point in even having a trade deal, which would allow you to confront more minutia of what you want from this. So I think if we just keep them at a nice medium level, shouldn't hurt foreign relations too much. Like, what's the minimum? Okay, foreign relations go down by a little. If we move out here, it goes up by, goes down by 6%. How about international trade? So, just by having it at a minimum level, it goes to negative 4.7%. And it really helps with the uncompetitive economy. If we go to here, it's a 11% gain, and this is a 7% gain. Like, for the badness. So I think if we just keep it at 6% for foreign relations, we should be good. Trying to get a number right. If I put it right here. 6.03, close enough. Patriots really like it. I think capitalists don't like it, yeah, if you put it up to max. But they like it when they're protected. 5.99, that's probably the closest we can get anyway. So let's put that in. We are at 0 political power now, though. I think we might need to use the next turn's political power to replace some of these ministers, because we are remarkably weak. Cyberbullying's a problem. Like, does that just look like a flat line, or am I just stupid? Like, that looks like a flat line, but I can see what they're talking about. I mean, like, okay, so a journalist has been jailed. So, wait, they're a spy? A foreign journalist reporting for the Capitol has been jailed for espionage. They protest their innocence, but were caught consorting with dissident rebels who wish to destabilize our country. The international press has spoken out in support of the spy. Okay, but like, has anyone ever tolerated spies in their country ever? Like, you know, when the Germans had spies and shit, like, were we really happy about that? Or, like, on putting them in jail for literally trying to destabilize our country? Like, that's a good thing. But okay. Just because they are a journalist doesn't remove the fact that they're a spy. Cabinet. Carbon capture and storage. I mean, that's the technology I believe in real life, but the problem is that, like, look at that. That's $42 billion, and it probably doesn't do, like, that much. So, I have no idea why our government does this. The words of Haley Baker when describing the daily suffering of her elderly mother. Incurable position has turned her life into a living hell. I mean, true. But if we even try and do that, it'll be 11 political power. We'll only have one left, and we still need to get rid of our cabinet ministers because, well, they hate us. they they really do despise us. So I think we're gonna reshuffle the cabinet because there are literally, like, the vast majority of our cabinet despises us. So we'll just go for the ones that are below 1. He wants to work with environmentalists and farmers. We're planning on helping the environmentalists anyway, so he should be fine. Okay. That's gonna hurt our, I'm sure that's gonna hurt us, but let's just go for maximum. Okay, so experience. But that was the last person, so their experience really doesn't matter. It's more about their loyalty, because they'll actually work for someone they're loyal to. So her most desired job is transport, so we'll just put her there. This is our best foreign policy guy, apparently. He's not very experienced, but then again, we're really hiring for loyalty here, not the experience. He's not that great at campaigning either, but he's got sympathies with the capitalist and poor, who we plan on pleasing, so it should be fine. Who's this? So, this person's pretty loyal, pretty experienced. This person's pretty loyal, pretty experienced. We need a tax minister first, so who's the best for that? This guy's the best for tax. Okay. Let's go to public services real quick. So this is either she wants to be on economy or public services. Who's better? So 1.9, 1.5, 1.9, 1.5.